Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Cheap Seats, episode number 22.
Emmett Smith.
Oh, you took my trivia question, you bastard. Okay, that's kind of what I was going to ask. I was going to say,
How is that Estevan related?
that's different.
Okay.
I was just going to say episode 22, name one from the major sports, name a good number 22. He said Emmett Smith. Do you know any others?
Claude Lemieux.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lemieux.
You call him good, yeah. Mike Bossy and Roger Clemens, I know.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, let's introduce the team here. I'm going to give this hosting gig a try again. Back in the top, back in the New York groove, Lane likes his spicy chicken. Wallace
Is that a real thing?
likes his chicken spicy. Did I say that right? Anyways,
I don't know.
we also got Boomer, the bionic beanbagger Freeze
I don't know
after
what
this
that means.
weekend. Your cornhole.
Yeah, but I got beat, man, the second day. Fair and Carter cleaned us because Park wanted to play so bad for more money, and that didn't turn out so well. Park took it bad on the night before, and he wanted to win on my team, and then apparently Fair's a backyard games
Didn't
master.
carry him.
That.
Well, I think you kicked my ass, so you seem pretty good to me. And we got Dustin the Angler Wilson to bring up the rear.
Yeah. Well,
The
hey,
voice.
I caught as much fish as everyone else on the trip except for Park.
2 fish caught.
Both by Park.
Nice fish, too, actually.
We fished like pretty much all day, at least it felt like all day.
Oh, yeah.
Now, am I wrong in saying you actually didn't tie because you would be a negative because you were the one that told him to throw the fish back?
Yeah.
Me or Wilson?
Oh, you said it too, Boomer? Yeah.
No, I didn't say to throw him back. I said he should keep him.
Oh.
Park was all up for cleaning him. He wanted to eat him. He was really motivated. I was impressed.
Maybe that does. I lose the tiebreaker because I said chuck him back in. I don't know. Is that fun?
Laner, anything you want to say to the viewers? I don't know how much detail you want to get into here, or how are you feeling?
In a dark place, Jeffrey. I'm in a dark place.
Got to be a little bit lighter now, though.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. Whew. I don't really want to get into too many details. I can skim the basics. I definitely went and had emergency surgery for a kidney stone.
Kidney stones.
For those of you that have had them, you know the pain. For those of you that haven't had one, you don't want to know the pain. Had to wait a few days, got delayed due to some other surgeries. Made some friends out at the Smokers Pit at Pasco Hospital there. Got a couple places to crash if I ever have to. Yeah, it was a rough week. I got back home Saturday afternoon. Still not feeling myself, and I'm going to be feeling a little bit off for probably another 3 weeks until I go back and get something removed. But other than that, I am here. I am. She was rough. We'll just put it that way.
Well, we were having a pissing match there on the chat about most painful experiences, and that was funny. We all said childbirth is the most painful until Wilson said it wasn't. But anyways,
He's throwing me in the bus.
does Am watch the episode? No.
No.
Okay.
The funnier part of this, by the way, is when I go and get my stint removed in 3 weeks, is when my wife is having her baby. So we're just going to share an emergency room, and we're both just going to get it done and out and over with. So
Both be screaming, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
So do you both have to push it out, or do they just yard yours
Well,
out?
mine's going to be more like a pulling motion, heavy pulling motion. But yeah, it's.
I still say you should be able to do that yourself later.
If there was a rope attached, yeah, I just can't get in there. Just can't get in there. There's nothing I can do. The measurements aren't adding up. By the way, for those of you that really want to know, it was a 10 millimeter stone. And if you want, go Google the size of what a ureter is, and you can picture the pain that went with that one. So there you go.
Good.
There you go.
Okay. This, by the way, is the Tap House tip-off. Boomer, you got the swear jar. Well, you go grab that. Remember, pizzas till the 16th. Money goes to United Way.
Yes, absolutely. That's an excellent cause. Last week wasn't so bad. Tap House swear jar there. We only put in $12.
Because I wasn't here.
The episode was I swore the most for the first time in a while, which actually feels pretty good now that I read it back. But yeah.
Most since the Carcillo episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really remember. I don't know what exactly went on there. I'm not going to admit that I remember either, but yeah, the alcohol was flowing that night. So,
Okay. So yeah, that's all we got for the swear jar. Let's move on to the Ice Factory trivia. It was yes, here we go. And I didn't put my beer in the thing, but like that.
I thought that was a Red Bull at first.
so did I. I was like, oh,
Yeah, beer and Red Bull. That's a good mixture. What was it? Old contract. We wanted some ideas on what people think Obi's contract should be. And I like the posts. God, I wish we could get more because there were some good ones out there.
Yeah, it is nice to actually see the differences of opinion, and some people really know what they're talking about compared to I do, or compared to me. So, some good insight.
Right. Half a dozen names in here. Oh, this is like, he's getting mentioned every episode, this kid.
Joshua.
OC.
Yeah.
Hasn't won anything yet?
Hoshi.
Other than
Yeah, I think he won.
kills in Saskatchewan on camera, yeah, he's doing pretty well.
He's won the local shutout a few times. I know that.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
This trivia question, I got nothing for sports. I just picked up on this the other day. I was somewhere in Estevan. And you guys are going to roast me for this, but I don't care. I saw a payphone. So I want someone to tweet me where there's a payphone in Estevan, Saskatchewan.
I know where it is.
Do you?
I do.
DM me, I guess, because once someone puts it, everyone will know. But
I think I know.
really?
I think
There could be multiple places. This one was.
I think I know too, but Jeff, I got one question. Is it in the actual booth?
The one I'm thinking of, yeah. And the question is does it work?
Because then there's two of them for sure that I can think of in my head.
And it can be multiple answers. And if there's one I don't know of, I'll just go drive and look. So.
Oh God! Get everybody answer. Get
That's-
Jeff
yeah.
just ripping around town, all just doing laps. Eh? Just catch up to him on Tuesday next week. Just where you going, Jeff? Well, I gotta go check this other spot for this freaking paper.
See, that's across town. Jesus Christ.
I just told you, Pratt, if you want what my answer was.
You texted it to me?
I did.
I
Yeah.
won't blurt it out, but
No, I won't blurt it out either. But like I said, I'm 90.
I don't know if I'm right.
Oh, that's not the one you're thinking of?
No. Nope. But I'll have a look tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, okay. That is the end of our tip-off. Thanks to the Ice Factory.
Oh, no! Man down.
Puking.
wrong dude.
Another emergency surgery here for the cheap seats. Probably just watch Tom Brady throw another pick.
Nope.
No, but he's working on it.
Thanks again to the Ice Factory. I haven't even been there this week. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh, okay. What sport you want to move on to, boys? Little NHL?
I'm a
Yeah,
road
let's talk about your
baseman.
favorite.
The draft happened yesterday and the day before. Lafreniere first overall, Byfield second,
Big shocker there at number
third.
Yeah.
Laner, let's start with you. LA, how did they do? That's your team.
It was the consensus pick. I mean, I kind of had done some research on Stützle and Byfield for what LA has in the cupboard already with younger players, Kaliev, Kupari, Anderson Dolan, Mikey Anderson. They've got a lot of flash. They needed a big replacement center to basically have Kopitar mentor him going forward. It's a big thing for the NHL. I know they were very emphatic, as I've seen lately, that he was the highest drafted African American hockey player. So that is a big thing. My team, I think they did very well. They made a couple trades in the second round, moved up, got some players they wanted on the defensive end. My only other take, my steal of the draft, I said before we went on, Nashville getting Askarov, the young goaltender from Russia. I feel he's going to be a dynamite goaltender of the likes of Carey Price style type. So,
That's bold.
he's had in international junior tournaments, his last 3 tournaments, his save percentages have been over 948 in all 3. So that says a lot about him. So, yeah. And I mean, good move for Nashville because I think Rene's getting older. We can talk about some of the buyouts and stuff after, but we'll continue on in the draft here. So,
Will Tech didn't pay much attention to the draft. I understand he's a busy boy. But I mean, what'd you think of the Flames, and your take on the
I
draft?
didn't know what they were doing, but then they trade back with, I believe it was New York, and then they traded back again, which I believe it was Washington. Was it not? They not trade a pick away to Washington in the first? But anyway, they ended up selecting 24th overall, and they actually took a kid from Saskatoon named Connor Zary. And I did a little bit of reading up on him. He's a centerman. You know, they do need a number 2 center in reality, so I'm okay with that. And he averaged just under a point per game in the WHL. I know that doesn't say a whole bunch, but I'm really hoping that it's something to build on. And then after that, they just went defenseman. And then they ended up taking a goalie, Danil Chechelov, I believe.
Russian.
And you know, it's Calgary needs a goalie right now is what they need more than anything. And I don't know if there was even any conversations had there where they were going to be willing to move any any draft capital there to get a goalie, but they didn't do it. So here we sit.
lucky for them, there will be some available come tomorrow. Quite a few of them.
Is goalie one that is the draft a rookie, put him in there, and does that happen very often?
I don't think so. Like when Matt Murray got plugged in there for the Penguins, that was kind of wasn't that an injury thing though? Yeah, it was.
But I mean,
Murray, but
that's
The
what,
only
yeah,
one
exactly.
I
That's
can
what I'm talking
contemplate
about.
that's even close to that type of thing would be Carter Hart.
or Merzlikins, because he
Yeah.
was
Right.
fresh into the league this year.
Carter Hart got
That's
thrown in.
another
with
thing.
Lickens.
Merzlikins wasn't planning on being the starter this year either. And
The Rangers with Shesterkin and Gorgiev. I mean,
apparently it's happening a lot. We just really suck at our
Well,
job.
I just mean that for that to be your strategy. So,
I don't think that's anybody's strategy, to tell you the truth.
that's a
but-
matter of necessity, I think, more than strategy, right? So
Interesting stat on the first round. 19 Canadians drafted.
I did see that. Yes,
Tied for most ever with 1987.
and not one drafted by the Toronto Maple Leafs, I believe.
I
No
don't even know who
Canadians.
they took.
I don't think they did. I did see somebody posted a thing the other day saying, "Does Dubas realize that Canadians do play hockey?" Or
The Maple Leafs took a guy named Rodion Amarov. Now, unless he's from very, very far east of Labrador, I don't think he's Canadian.
yeah, defenseman, wasn't he?
No, he's a left winger.
Left wing.
Leopard.
Dog, what are you doing?
My team, the Caps, we got a guy named Hendrix Lapierre, which I didn't know a lick about this guy when they picked him. Apparently, he's an absolute offensive stud. And we traded up to get him because he was left on the board because he got hurt last year, and they thought it was concussion problems, and it wasn't. It was a neck issue that he's fixed. And he's played 2 games this year. He's got 3 goals, 2 assists. So that's pretty good pace.
Oh, I'm actually reading here, Jeff. That pick that they took Lapierre with is from the Flames via the Rangers via the Hurricanes. So all 3 of those teams look back and say, Jesus, that guy's very, very, very good. What did we do here? But
As long as he can pass to a right or a left winger's back leg, he'll do just fine.
You are correct, though. There was a lot of question marks with him going into the draft. He says he's healthy now. Yes, he has passed tests, but it's going to be tough to see. He's got to get in there and take some hits and see what's happening, right? So,
Oh yeah.
very talented player. He was supposed to be in the top 5 or 6, I believe. So,
Oh yeah, and they got his injury a bit wrong a lot of going into this. So, I'm excited.
Pratsky, Damon Hunt.
Yes, is going to bring out Damon Hunt. Little call it some local flavor. I know Damon well. I work for his old man, Doug, and Damon's just an absolute gem of a kid. Was supposed to go earlier. People that don't know, if you know Damon, he got his arm sliced this year. So I think he only played 4 games after that injury. I think he was out 3 months with it. He had a bad skate blade to the arm. So that clearly dropped him down. I mean, that happens, right, with injuries. So he did go 65th to the Wild. I told Doug, I said, that's good. Now the Wild aren't the most dreadfully boring hockey team in the NHL. I can watch Damon play. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, good on Damon. Maybe we'll get him on here one day and he can tell us how things are going. He's
Next interview.
What that's like, yeah, that'd be crazy times going through that.
They were partying up in Brandon. They had a good reaction when he got picked.
Rightfully so. That is wild.
Oh, no pun.
Saw it coming.
Wilson.
We can
buzzing.
we can kind of touch on, I guess, Dubnyk getting traded to the Sharks, Lundqvist getting bought out,
Yeah.
Matt Murray getting traded to the Senators, Tristan Jarry signing a contract with the Penguins.
I'm curious because we kind of discussed where Lundqvist that's a big name.
Yeah.
And you don't have to know a lot. Where do you guys think he should go?
I said Edmonton. If Edmonton had any smarts whatsoever, they would hop all over him. But you want to win now with that lineup.
But he's going to be a backup.
Is he, though?
Oh, I assume he would be.
Well, that's exactly it. Like, to me, I sit there and go, like, I don't know. Does it matter where he goes? Like, he can
still get you 45 games.
The mentor or something like that? Or just to be that, like, almost like the 70-30 or 60-40 type role where
the way the trend is going over the last few years, you're not seeing a number one goaltender unless you're Carey Price or that type of guy literally carry the load for 85% of the games or 80% of the games.
Exactly.
So Quick and Peterson, LA, that's a time split. It's for when they're healthy, 40-40. Same in pretty much any other place other than a team that has a Carey Price or a Carter Hart or, there's no reason to bag your goalie going into the playoffs. Now, another goalie I can see hitting the market or being traded, Tuukka Rask. I definitely don't see him in a Bruins uniform come this season. I believe he will. I don't. No.
Why not, though? Because of what happened?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but did that not end up being an issue with family?
Yeah, but I guess the thing is, and I'm not cutting him down. I'm just giving what I've heard and what I've kind of read and seen, listening to NHL.com. That's fine. You made that decision. Nobody disrespects or nobody's hating on you for making the decision to choose family over the game. But nothing have changed from the week before when he committed to come into the bubble and play with his team. And then 5 or 6 days later decide, no, I can't do it. I got to go home. He left his team high and dry, and he's a number one goalie on that team, right? I understand it was a family decision, but to put your team in that position, instead of saying, look, I can't do this from the get-go and let them prepare to go into the bubble as that happened, instead of spurring it on them, it's going to leave a bad taste in Boston's management's mouth, I think. But
to see how it all shakes out and get the full stuff.
Yeah.
You honestly want to know what I'd like to see Calgary do? Justin Emerson 2 days ago, he's the beat reporter there, the Golden Knights. they were reporting that the Knights had reportedly offered a second-round pick to any team that was willing to take half of Marc-Andre Fleury's salary. Like, in my mind, if you're Calgary, just go get this guy and take the pick. Not that they're going to do much with the pick. I realize where they sit in the draft, and they've done some questionable things, let's put it that way, but I would be fine with Marc-Andre Fleury starting for them next year because, you've got John Gillies, who's been in the minors now for it feels like 14 years. I'm waiting for them to figure out when he's seasoned enough to actually come up and start. But no, I would have loved to see them scoop him if for nothing else than that second-round pick. They've invested less than half of Fleury's salary on worse goaltenders in the past. Put it that way. It's $3.5 million. What's the big deal? Like,
Yeah.
come
Is that
on.
what it is? Yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Why would they? And who's giving up the second?
The Knights.
So you get a second. You're paying.
You get a
$3.5
second
million.
and the
Take
goalie.
on his contract, to take
Yeah.
it.
The second and the goalie. But my whole thing is when they signed Elliott a few years ago, that was for $5 million a year. Like, so
Yeah.
what do you like? Go get this guy. Go take him on. Who cares? What's the worst that could happen? Like,
There's going to be a very big thing, I think, that happens here. Nobody's really sure of what the cap is going to be at this year. There's going to be a lot of number crunching because they don't know if there's going to be fans, et cetera, et cetera. So that $3.5 million might not seem like a lot, but at the end of the day, it might be the difference between being under the cap or not. I will say this, my prediction for free agency, one of the biggest moves, Torrey Krug is going to be a Detroit Red Wing after free agency.
Like, okay, put it in perspective. David Riddick right now makes $5.5 million a year. $5.5 million a year. So, come on, Calgary, grow up.
Oh, that's legit. Yeah, free agent frenzy tomorrow. That'll be interesting. I don't have a whole lot to say on that. Maybe more next week though, as to what happens, right? So, all good on the NHL front, boys.
Next. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go to the NBA, which is
Good, I
depressing
can go get a drink.
shit out of me right now. So, well, you can lead this off. What's your? I know you're laughing and grinning and you're loving this, I'm sure. But what's your take right now on the finals?
Well, everyone actually, I wish the Raptors were in them is more like what I find myself defending LeBron so much that I pretty much have to cheer for him. Even like I would love to see Miami upset the Lakers. So before you think that I'm just so excited for LeBron is LeBron, and everyone kind of seen this coming. Miami won the game that nobody thought they'd win with all the injuries that they had. And then they come in and they had Bam back, and you thought maybe they get some momentum, and then they get smoked, and now they're in their elimination game. So it just looks like LA's gonna kind of walk away with this one pretty easily. So like I said, I'm not. I would love for Miami to make a series of it, but I'm not going to be heartbroken that LeBron wins a final either, though.
Right. Okay. No, and I stand corrected. I thought you'd be boasting a little more. So.
No. He's catching more flack in this one than he ever has, though. This is crazy. Never.
Still got MVP wrapped up, I assume, though, in the final.
What's that?
You've got the MVP wrapped up in the finals, though.
Davis would. It depends actually who shows up here because it could be. It'll be between those two. Either way, LeBron gets screwed. In some way or another, somebody's saying LeBron either stole it from Davis or Davis carried him in the finals or something like that. It's never gonna stop.
Can't win, eh? No.
No,
Well,
but he does win.
Yes, he does. I'll give him that. Boys, anything on the finals you've been watching?
Nope.
I got nothing for you, buddy.
No,
I got absolutely nothing for you.
It's fading. Poor NBA dying out.
Ratings are in the tank. I know that.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a rat's ass. Can't blame them.
I heard a funny story though, or it was a comedy or something. They said What's the name of the commissioner of the NBA?
Adam
Adam
Silver.
Silver.
Adam Silver. They said, why doesn't Adam Silver handle countries' fight against COVID? Because the bubble's been perfect. And they said, just expand that bubble slowly till it's the size of the country that you're in. He said so.
Was that who Mark Cuban was tweeting to?
Probably.
Oh man, Mark Cuban's he's kind of rubbed a lot of people the wrong way over this whole thing. Like, wow.
Some weird. He bounces back and forth between what sides. Not as much side. He just kind of opinions that he'd think he'd have on one thing almost contradict in a whole nother thing. He's very opinionated, obviously.
God, yeah. There's a good top five sports owners.
Let's do it.
Right now?
No, not right now.
I don't know if I have
Just-
it right now for
Oh,
it.
23.
Check my papers, but
LeBron sewed.
Oh, no.
I'm not doing a LeBron episode.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay. Anyways, NBA. We'll announce the winner next week, who wins, I guess. Go on to some baseball. Playoffs are going. Well, first we'll just say who's in the ALCS is Houston. Anyone watching the ball game? Who's Tampa? And
I got the LA. LA was down in this one. Sorry.
no, it's
Yeah, no. But,
Houston will play Tampa or the Yankees if
yeah, I know.
Yankees won. Okay, so
So it's 2-2.
2-2. Yeah, Atlanta is in the NLCS. They
Ooh.
play either LA or San Diego. First of all, boys,
Is there anyone is everyone pissed off about Houston?
that's what I was going to ask. What's your thoughts on Houston? Because
Korea coming out and saying after they beat the Twins was the biggest. If that didn't fuel the fire, I don't know what does. For them to come out, win a 3-game, a best of 3 series against a team that hasn't won since 2004 in the playoffs, and then to say that after, I think that series put them over 500 for the year.
yeah,
You
how did you word it?
It was something like, what do they think now? Or what do all the haters think now? Or something like that. It was just something what are they going to say now? What it
Probably
was.
the same thing. You cheated, you got caught. It is what it is. Good for you. You're doing all right this year. We'll catch you. We'll see what you're doing by the end of the series.
I literally thought they'd be smarter to go around, and they've actually pulled a couple bonehead things where they've almost acted maybe a little bit like victims in this whole thing, and I don't know. They have to lose. They cannot.
I'm with you. And yeah, what are they going to say now? No one said you're bad players.
Oh my God! I just realized I might actually cheer for the Yankees for the first time in my life.
Yeah, I like the Yankees. No,
That
boo.
makes me cheer for the Rays even more now because I know that I'll cheer for the Yankees the next series.
Laner, you'll cheer for the Yanks, won't you?
No.
No? Okay.
I don't like what Houston's done, but they're playing good at the right time. So whatever.
Well, but
What you gotta do.
it's early still. This is still an early part of the. They made it through, but these games. This is regular baseball. This is not even the halfway point usually.
For their season, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to cheer against them, actually. I enjoy that.
Who?
Houston.
Houston?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, we'll cheer against them.
There we go. Now, mark that swear down, Boomy. Boomy, tell us about the Atlanta Braves.
Get her in there. Which part? How about the part that they've only allowed 5 runs this entire postseason? And that was in game 1 versus the Marlins. Nobody got a run on the Reds from them. And then the last 2 games here, they've shut out the magical Marlins there. The only thing that I get frustrated with in this whole situation, even when Acuna got beamed there, I was watching it and I was watching everything that everybody was saying on Twitter, and everybody was saying it was quite clear how biased the announcing and the color men were, almost against the Braves. And I started to pay attention to it, and it was holy, Like, it is. Like today, I actually got a better helping of it because I was at work, so I was listening to the game on 680 The Fan, right? That's Atlanta's radio station, so it was complete homers there. They were, going for the Braves. But no, I was shocked at that. I don't know what they have against Atlanta. I'm starting to think it's because, like, maybe a social justice thing because they're still rocking the Braves name or something. I don't know. Just kind of a weird thing, kind of a weird act. And I don't really know if Sandy Alcantara threw at Acuna on purpose. It was a sinker. It went in on him. It hit him. It looks worse that it was after a leadoff home run. But then when he said after the game in his presser, and he's like, if he comes out to me, I'm ready. Like if he wants to come out to the mound, I'm ready. And I'm like,
So he
why
made
would
it
you
something,
say
right?
that?
Yeah.
Like, why would you say that? Like, you're really defending yourself there, buddy. Like, I like Acuna, what he said. He just tweeted out, like, they hate me because they can't get me out. That's what they do. Well, go back.
He is awesome.
Check how many times he was hit this year by the Marlins. It's insane.
Really?
Oh, God. Well, Urias hit him, I think, 4 times alone himself. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
Hey, circling back, I got I know Homer announcers nobody wants any of them, but I almost think I'd rather have a Homer against my team than a Homer for my team. I can't stand listening to guys that it almost like Lane, you will love this. Like you're a big like karma, your little boo-hoo stuff that you do where you like think it's gonna like sway a game by saying it one way. If they're like overly like that's a foul or that's a penalty, it almost like it bugs me. It's like quit acting like that. Like the call's the call and move on. Like Homer, they suck. Announcers suck, but I hate listening to a team that is the Homer for my team.
I agree 100%. One's more incentive to beat the team too. So I like when Boston loses just for Jack Edwards. I don't even care about the players that much. So
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I kind of as I'm saying it, I was like, it's only a matter of time before old Jackie boy.
Jack comes up.
Jack pops into the question. Yeah, absolutely.
Lanner, what's your thoughts on MLB here? Come on, you're quiet over there, and just because the Mariners are out,
I got nothing, man.
you got nothing, eh?
Didn't watch a lick while I was in the hospital. I've been kind of keeping up. I saw Bellinger made an awesome catch the other night to save a win for the Dodgers. I did see that.
Well, barely see. I mean, that's a joke. They almost did it again. Like Kenley Jansen is
Horrible.
man.
He's not the closer he was.
Got to do something there. And of all people to come in, Joe Kelly,
Yeah.
the hero.
Forgot about that guy.
Free Joe Kelly, my favorite T-shirt of the year.
Oh, well, that's why it's like awesome that God, he's having like the best season of his career just based on like the publicity that he's getting out of all that stuff. It's awesome.
I will say about the Mariners, I'd like to kind of give the shout out. I think they will have the Rookie of the Year this year. It's going to be between him and Luis Robert from the White Sox. Kyle Lewis, I believe, will win it, which is a good sign going forward. They still suck, but maybe not for as long as I'm thinking they will. So,
Do we have any different opinions on AL MVP, AL Cy Young, NL MVP, NL Cy Young?
I think it's Bieber hands down in the AL, isn't it?
That's what I got.
That's the easiest one, I think.
NL Cy Young?
I got
Go Wilson.
Bauer, don't you?
I'm okay with Bauer. Yeah, absolutely.
I had a feeling I almost didn't pick him to just get a little variety, but I'm like, well, I kind of want him to win it though. So
I got Bauer. Lanner?
Yeah, too. And for the MVP in the NL, I've got Tatis for sure. Tatis has got it.
Wills?
I did pick Tatis because I do like him, even though he's on the Padres. But I think this was. I picked him. He must have made an impression on me during trivia the other week when I threw his name out. I don't even know if the guy freaking played
Andy Pettit?
40 games.
Andy Pettit?
Well, see, it was one of those.
Tatis,
for NL.
the leader in 2019 pitching Ks for Wilson. So, yeah.
Boomy, who's your NL MVP?
Well, I mean, you can't really. I don't think you can say anybody else but Tatis, but I'll give honorable mention to Freeman.
Wow.
Well, Boomer, I was gonna say Freeman too, but I was once again. I thought that was a lock on your end.
Look at the
I said
stats.
Freeman.
Look at the stats. It's hard for me to not
And
give it to
and the Padres I mean, even playing them like in this series, I had a bad feeling. I mean, the Dodgers they're the best.
Dodgers,
Like
they're
they're
pitching.
loaded, right? So but I mean, you just never know with those guys. They're having one of those years.
I like Tatis now. I mean, he's shortstop. I first baseman better have an unreal hitting year, I think, actually, if you win it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hard for
So who
Freeman.
is it, Pat? Who's your pick?
I just switched to Tatis listening to you guys. I had Freeman.
We sold you, hey? We sold
sold
you.
I think he's just so dynamic and brings a flair to the game, and his talent levels above.
Well, and I think it was I look at Atlanta and I just like the most valuable player, and we won't really get into that, but I really do think the impact of Tatis was bigger than the impact of Freeman
Wow.
on the.
Atlanta's got it. Atlanta, you could almost give it to a couple guys.
That's what I mean. Like Atlanta's loaded. Not saying like Machado's not like there's. It's just Tatis just had one of those years that it broke out and it kind of he led the team in that sense. So
Yeah.
that's my pick. What about AL MVP? That's probably the most.
I got a Brave.
Okay, so do I.
Abreu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I could actually really piss Pratt off and say Bieber. You know, because he's had such a wild year.
Oh,
Like, I'm going to say Bieber for both just to make Pratt mad.
God.
How many
What
times has that
happened?
happened?
Happened a few times.
I think it's happened maybe.
Who's the last one though?
Oof.
Would it be Kershaw?
For an
Verlander?
MVP
Did
inside?
Verlander ever do it?
I think Verlander did.
I think Verlander did it, but did Kershaw do it?
I don't think Kershaw did.
Well, now I got to look it up.
But
That
anyway,
should never happen, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know.
I-
That's why I said it.
Well, then let a hitter win the Cy Young. I don't like that. Can't happen, right? Like,
it is crazy to think every 4 or 5 games this guy makes an impact, and that's your MVP. But
have a
anyway,
MVP of Cy Young, MVP Vez, but then have a Player of the Year, Most Outstanding Player. I wish that was a bigger award where some guy can have 70 goals in the NHL in a non-playoff team, and he can still win an award for just being unreal, right?
that's where the most valuable player, like if you really take those words, the context of the words, you should think of the award differently.
Okay,
Right.
Verlander did it in 11. Kershaw did it in 14.
Oh, he
So-
did.
Yeah.
See, it is stupid, but it's a
Eckersley did it in 92.
stupid pick, Boomer.
Oh. Eckersley, I remember that. prick.
Eckersley did it in 92. Clemens did it in 86.
Eckersley. How'd it go that year in the playoffs there, Eck?
Hey,
Who'd Lane pick for the AL MVP?
Abreu, but I didn't want to.
You were on the White Sox train this year. I'm surprised.
Yeah, there's something about him I'm not a fan. I like the White Sox for a couple different reasons, but not he is not one of them. But he deserves it. There's no doubt.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, the fourth and final sport. Little NFL boys. Few things to talk about. Before I
kick the
throw to you
Titans out of
guys,
the league.
huh?
Kick the Titans out of the league. Just put them somewhere else and let everybody else finish playing.
Well, let's start with that. We got a little COVID issue going on in the NFL. 17 players, am I right?
It's at least 17,
I
I think.
think it's like
More
20
this morning.
Is it?
There's like
on
12.
the Titans alone, and then the Pats got a couple.
Yeah.
Pats, Titans, Raiders, Chiefs, and Falcons each have at least one.
Yep.
I don't know what.
I mean, okay, I'll put. Let's look at this. It's in ratio of games and kind of in retrospect, it's the same as the MLB. So I think like they just hardened up the rules for the NFL. Same thing the MLB did. I think they're going to recover from it. Like I think it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
The issue is it was very easy for the MLB to pull the doubleheader thing and get these guys caught up. NFL, the players will never go to like 2 games a week.
No, not a Sunday. Oh, no, you can't. Yeah.
They will never, like, if it was like Sunday, Wednesday, they'd be like, Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, they'd be like, no, not a chance.
And that's what they're saying the hang up is now is if they do an extra week or a forfeit week or whatever, the players don't get paid. So the NFLPA has a major problem with that.
It's going to get ugly here. And they do have 1 week that they can play with in between the Super Bowl and the conference championships. But as of right now, the Titans look like they're going to burn up too. So then they're going to go with the stupid winning percentage thing, which is.
Oh no, the Titans Bills game is going Tuesday night. They just announced it. It's Tuesday night, and the Patriots Broncos is at 3:00 on Monday. Barring no more tests, those games are happening.
Well,
So
I realize that, like barring no more tests.
They
But
did the same thing with Pittsburgh and Tennessee too. They said that game was going on Tuesday, and then it never went. So I guess
like,
we'll see.
and it even if it does, Lane, I just once again it's gonna, if it's not the end of it, and there's another little, call it an outbreak. It's gonna get ugly with the winning percentage thing would suck. Ugh.
It could come down to where just replaying that game doesn't have any effect on the standings, and you can just call it good, right?
What do you mean?
Well, if it ends up 2 teams are trying to make up a game, and if either team wins or loses and it doesn't change the standings, don't even play it.
It has more
Yeah.
implications for the opposite divisions, though. You know what I mean? Like if it was in the same division, it might be different. But if it's going to affect who gets a wild card and who doesn't,
Well, that's obviously,
big
yeah.
deal.
It's a
Yeah,
Jets
no,
and Houston game. Who cares, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we'll hope for the best there. Something I don't know, you guys probably know this is going on right now. All-time NFL touchdowns, Breeze and Brady are within what, 1 of each other now?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
This is even yards. I think is relatively close.
No, I thought Breeze was ahead by quite
But
a
that's what I mean. Touchdowns and the whole thing. Breeze, I think, has the edge in everything except
Rings.
closer in touchdown. Yeah, well, rings for sure.
Sorry, Hosey.
In all of sports, has there ever been all-time leaders going at it at this? I just think that's so cool. And I'm sure it's been talked about before, but I'm just noticing.
You know, it could almost be like your Sosa McGuire thing because
Yeah.
it's that close. I
Yeah.
just don't think either of those guys are close enough to hanging them up. Like they're close, but like where it's really the end, because you could kind of get hyped about that, but you're just going to get hyped for a year or 2 more, right? Like
Yeah,
it could be a long time, but I think it has potential for sure.
that's kind of neat. But, what else happened in NFL, boys? I was going to bring up 6 undefeated teams right now. Anyone going to go the whole way?
No.
Undefeated?
Yeah.
No.
No? Later? No?
Can I tell you one? I was watching the Monday Nighter, and this is for the. I mean, I'm a Packers fan, so this is anyone who isn't going to like this kind of story or stat line. But anyway, Tonyan had 3 touchdowns on Monday night, right? So they go. That's happened. This is the 3rd time it's happened for a tight end in Packers history to have 3 touchdowns. Once was in '96, Keith Jackson. The other one was in 2011 with Jermichael Finley. Right away, I'm like, 96, they won the Super Bowl with Favre. 11, they won it with Rodgers. That chips just got pushed in on the season here.
Wow.
It's Packers all the way. It's happening this year, boys. And
It's in the stars.
I'm
Wow.
waiting for them to actually lose the game, do a little bit of the mid-season like kind of freak out for everyone because right now they're like the odds for them to win are half decent, and then like I said, the chips are going in. Packers all the way this year.
I think Rodgers is pissed off. I think that's why you think they're going to do as well as you think they're going to do.
That too, yeah. And
I got a taste of Aaron Rodgers and his cockiness on was it the Pat McAfee show?
yeah.
Oh,
Every Tuesday, man.
he's on there every Tuesday?
And listen to him. Lane, what do you think? He's good on there.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah, he's not afraid to kind of throw his punches around, right? Like he did come across very cocky. I forgot what the statement was there on.
My worst games are career games for other quarterbacks.
That was what it was. Yeah,
And
but
just his stature, the way he's sitting and everything, it's like, holy buddy.
McAfee and him are good buddies, though, and McAfee brings that out in him. So I mean, yeah, it's definitely entertaining, and I mean he is playing with a chip on his shoulder, rightfully so. As far as going all in on the season on a Super Bowl, I mean it's your money. You do what you got to do, but
Yeah, I know.
I don't see. I will say this. I got to say this. Kansas City got lucky, very lucky, on Monday.
They were bad.
New England proved they have a defense that is not going to be pissing around. You hold Kansas City's offense to 6 points for almost 3/4 of a football game, and they weren't missing anybody. I'm sorry, Chiefs fans. If Cam Newton plays, there's a very good chance New England wins that game. Brian Hoyer, unfortunately, is a piece of shit and can't throw a football more than 15, 20 yards down the field accurately and doesn't realize when timeouts are expended and he doesn't have them and can't take a sack or throw the ball to the end zone. So Kansas City has shown there can be chinks in the armor and they can be stopped. Now, whether teams catch on to it and see what Belichick did, we'll see. But yeah, I would love to see a Green Bay Kansas City final. I think it would be a really good Super Bowl to see. I think it'd be offense back and forth. What's that?
The first Super Bowl ever to be a rematch. Green Bay KC Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But
Why wouldn't the Chiefs go undefeated then if they just I mean, they played two juggernauts. Who they got left? I'd have to look.
Well, I think it's always that. It's this they slept on a team. Like that's
A
why it's
letdown
so
game.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they'll do it. They'll probably do it a couple times. Like I just don't see. They almost got beat by the Chargers, and
Yeah, that's true. Good call.
and it's just it'll happen eventually. Same with Green Bay. It'll happen. I mean that's just the way the NFL goes. But should we do our picks or what, boys?
Do our picks, talk about Lamar, whatever you want.
Oh, Lamar, yeah. Lane, are you into this or what? You look like
You want to save Lamar? You're half asleep over there. Let's go. Hey, everyone. We're in a little break there. We just have World War III cheap seat style. If two guys could crawl through a screen, it just about happened. Anyways, if you guys got some stuff off their chest, maybe that was bugging
in
them.
the top right corner, we've got Lane Wallace.
Lane Snapcase Wallace.
At a solid 278.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I don't know. Wait, put your piss bag in there.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that got super ugly. It's just been a shitty 10 days for me. And we got in an argument the other day. It carried on. Nonetheless, we got it off our chest. Cooler heads will prevail. Boomer's a fucking golden guy. I don't know why I'm such a psycho.
Like guys, it was full fledged.
Oh,
like,
it was.
They called each other. Well, Lane called Boomer on.
Ah! Yeah.
Well, you did. And it got to that point, and Pratt and I were just kind of hanging out, and
there's a couple points I looked up at the screen, and
I did try to record the whole thing. Lane's the host here. I requested it for him to record. He was freaking out, so I don't even know if he's seen it. Then I had my
Didn't see it.
phone out.
There was a
Would
couple
have been
points
great. It would have been perfect. It would have been perfect material for SOD 22, but I'm sorry.
in my little Tasmanian devil spins there. There was a point I looked down, Wilson's giving her one of these to the screen. And then I look up and Pratt's kind of half stretching and like an awkward, Kate, guys, like just calm down. And man. Like I said, I've had a lot of stuff going on the last few days trying to get the rec league going. The hospital thing, work has been busy. I took it out on Boomer and I should not have, so I'm glad we got that taken care of.
Boomer gave it right back.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
What do you got going on? What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Can
make
we
our
not talk about
NFL.
Lamar Jackson though? I don't think we can talk about no.
No, we're not gonna debate now. Might rip our hair out for what we have left. So let's just do our picks in the NFL and then we'll go on to trivia. How about that?
If someone takes my pick, I'm fucking fighting them.
Boomer, you go first.
Okay. What are we doing? Lock? Upset?
wild card.
Should we do
Okay.
lock all the way around again? I like
Mhm.
that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with a cop out here with a really, really easy lock and say Baltimore over Cincinnati. I don't even think that game's gonna be close. Take it away, Jeff.
I got Ravens a lock too. Locks. What do you say about it other than it's a guaranteed win? I've got all my locks right so far this year.
That's because you took the Rams a few times, you bug. So
Yeah,
did
but-
I, actually. But yeah.
Wow, that's actually impressive.
I
Uh-oh.
have to tell. I'm glad you brought that up. Can I quickly tell a quick little story about the Rams? Quickly.
It's
Um,
got to be like less than 10 seconds.
As we all know, the Rams played the Giants on Sunday.
Yeah.
Scrap at the end of the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ramsey and
Jalen Ramsey and Golden Tate.
Golden Tate.
So, little funny backstory into this. Golden Tate. Jalen Ramsey dated Golden Tate's sister and has 2 kids with her. And she was pregnant with the second one, and he cheated on her with another woman. So I guess later on in the game when Ramsey stopped him and then stepped over him, I guess Golden Tate in a previous interview said, we're going to settle this on the field. This is a few months ago. So I guess at the end of the game, I was listening to NFL radio, and they're like, they literally made a beeline straight for each other and started chucking bombs because he knew it was happening. So funny little story there. I don't know if everybody did see it, but it was quite comical.
There was never really that good a footage of the fight, but
No, they caught it late, right? They caught it late, but I forget. Schefter said it was pretty funny the way it all went down, but nonetheless, that was the story into that. So my lock of the week, I will make it short, sweet, quick. Seattle is the lock of the week over Minnesota.
Wow. Okay. Well, then I'm live with the Rams. I actually thought this one wouldn't make it to me, especially picking fourth. But Washington has benched Haskins and going with Josh Allen. So I don't see them. Or no, it's not Josh Allen.
Josh
Sorry,
Allen?
Kyle Allen.
Oh,
So I actually am surprised they're doing that. I don't agree with that.
I'm not. And you'll see.
But anyway, I think Rams got that locked up. New quarterback.
So
Upset of the week.
Boomer, upset.
I'm gonna take the Panthers over the Falcons. I think this is actually gonna be a close game, but I think inevitably the Falcons are gonna blow it in the last 10 minutes, like they seem to love to do this year. So I think Teddy Bridgewater and the Panthers are gonna take out the Falcons. Jeff.
I think I've got almost every upset right too, and I think almost at least 3 of them
This is
have
getting
picked.
a little ridiculous now. Now we're gonna have to check.
Yeah. Have you gotten any wrong yet?
I pick the Cowboys every time as an upset, and I'm going Giants over Cowboys. Giants going to win one game, and the Cowboys are a dumpster fire right now.
I don't think they're winning that game, but okay.
There wasn't many good choices for upsets, I thought.
No, it was a tough week for upsets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leonard,
My upset is Wilson's lock. I think Washington comes out and beats the Rams at home. Kyle Allen played with Ron Rivera in Carolina. Kyle Allen played well under Ron Rivera in Carolina. I believe he understands what Ron Rivera wants to get done. I believe the Rams are kind of showing some chinks. They did not play well against the Giants. The Giants exposed some things with them, and that is my upset of the week.
Willie.
Mine
Buster.
is I've actually got a theme here apparently. LA again, and this is not going to be to the liking of a few people that I know, but to beat the Saints on Monday night.
Ooh.
I think LA Herbert's in, as we know, and I think they're a half decent team. They kind of had some stuff going into the season that people thought they were okay. Like they got a decent defense. New Orleans,
Eckler being out's huge, though.
yeah,
Can't
Shit.
change that pick now.
Yeah, no, I can't.
No, but Herbert has Herbert. You know what? I'm going to be honest. Herbert's looked as good as Joe Burrow. As good.
Well,
I think those two are the
I should have
Watch
done
every
it.
time on
Eckler's out.
PFC.
That was a dumb pick. Whatever.
okay. It's not like picking an upset like I did last week without it being an upset. So
You almost did again. I had to look it up. I thought
see if Carolina was the favorite.
Carolina was favorite.
I was looking at it too.
So my wild card pick of the week goes a little bit with the theme of trivia later tonight, just to give you guys a little bit of a clue. Frank Gore is going to score a rushing touchdown this weekend. That is my prediction. Jeff, what's your wild card?
I am saying Houston, who's 0-4, beats the Jags by 14 or more points.
But okay.
I don't know where you came up with that bet, but I should run the spread on that and see the odds on that thing. That is-
I
What
did
is
you
it, like
pick?
6, isn't it? Spread's got to be 6 or more, doesn't it?
think it's 5.
5. That's what I
5.
mean. It's almost triple.
What did you pick, Brad?
Houston by 14 or more.
Holy Jesus.
New coach.
I agree to a point, but 14?
Oh,
Yeah.
new
Isn't that
coach.
a division game?
Does that
It is,
even
yeah.
help them? Why does
Houston
that?
and Jacksonville just
Why does new coach help them?
4 points or less. So I
The
don't know.
new coach. Yeah, I don't know.
Throwing them in a bucket and shaking them around and
Demolishing a team by 15.
14 or more. You wait.
You're right. They
Remember
might,
this next week.
they might
I'll
let
bet you that bet, if you played that spread on Bet365, if you played the spread up, you would get insane.
Oh, I know.
Odds on
That's
them.
14.
I'll give one of you $5 and see what happens.
Okay.
Wilson.
My wild card is I'm taking Cleveland to beat Indianapolis this week. Cleveland is really starting to click offensively. They are Baker Mayfield is starting to show he can run an offense weekly. Beckham is starting to show he is a threat. And every time I say that, he puts up a 5.
Sorry, what was the pick?
Cleveland over Indianapolis.
Oh, just straight money line.
Yep, straight money line. They're actually the underdog in that one by 3 points. So
Beckham loves
that
getting
was
moved
close.
on.
That's gonna be a close one. Mine is kind of funny. I really do hate the 49ers. Like they come up
Miami
on-
to cover the spread.
Yeah, to cover in the under because it's a really high. It's 52 in that game. I don't know
Really?
why. Yeah. So Miami +9 in the under parlayer together, and but Miami's a bit of a surprising team. Fitz magic over there. He always seems to do something to keep them in it. So
I mean, they just about took out Seattle.
well, look at what the 49ers are coming off of. That was a brutal game against Philly.
I
Philly-
blame Nick Mullins though, but you know what? Like, slow clap for George Kittle. I mean, Jesus, 15 receptions for what
83 or something.
180 some yards. Like,
Yeah, it was really
Just-
nice in fantasy.
freaking beast. I actually
You can do that again as long as they lose or win by less than 9. But
well,
He won Lee Simons $600.
Oh, right.
on DK.
Yeah, that's just a beast week. Like I've very rarely seen that. Yeah. Anyway,
Okay,
Triv.
let's wrap her up with some trivia. We're longer epi we got going here, but
Well, I don't even know because that
well,
brawl
40
that
minutes of it was
happened-
just a snap fest. So I don't know.
that's true.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Okay, let's start off with well, who needs to go first? Because I don't want to spit out the category before we decide who goes first. So, Lane, my buddy, there, pick a number between 1 and 15.
11.
Oh, good. Well, okay, Wilson and Pratt.
4.
8.
Okay, so Wallace, Pratt, Wilson, because it was 11. So Wallace, Pratt, Wilson, Wallace, Pratt, Wilson, Wallace, Pratt, Wilson. You got that?
Okay.
Top 25 all-time career stolen base leaders in the major leagues.
Ooh.
Wallace, you start.
Ricky Henderson.
Correct.
Vince Coleman.
Correct.
Oh my God.
Incorrect.
This is hard.
Kenny Lofton.
Correct.
Book mine.
Wow. Ooh, I'm gonna kick my ass from Billy Hamilton.
Correct.
Oh, I forget his name now. Oh shit. We'll go Chad Curtis. Oh god. What a dumb guess that is.
Incorrect.
Oh my god.
Wilson.
Jose Reyes.
He played long enough.
Incorrect.
Billy Hamilton is and Jose Reyes isn't.
Oh, there's an old Billy Hamilton, I think.
Oh,
Lanner.
Lane?
Joe Morgan.
Correct. I just got to find him here. Yeah.
It's just me, right?
uh-huh.
Lou Brock.
That's the name. Oh my god.
Who?
Lou
yes,
Brock.
right? Yep.
Oh, correct.
Oris Wagner.
Yep.
Fudge.
Correct.
Fudge.
Juan Pierre.
Oh,
Correct. Can't believe Wilson let that get away.
kind of. He looks like Jose Reyes. Maybe I don't know.
Oh fuck.
Time.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay.
Chad Curtis. Oh my god. What's
Goodness
happened?
gracious me. So Lane is out to a 6-1-1 lead.
Hmm.
We will go to the one that I kind of queued up there in my wild card. Top 25 NFL rushing touchdown leaders of all time. Pratt, you're up first. Go.
Okay, Gore.
Correct.
Emmett.
Correct.
AP.
Correct.
Peyton.
Fuck.
Correct.
Barry.
Correct.
Ooh.
LT.
Correct.
Dickerson.
Correct.
Brown.
Correct.
Marshawn Lynch.
Correct.
Thurman Thomas.
Incorrect.
Ooh. Terrell
Time.
Davis. Not.
Lane's up.
Sean Alexander.
Correct.
Curtis Martin. Former Patriot and Jet.
Correct.
Franco Harris.
Correct.
Fuck. Nope, nothing.
Time. Okay, so
Who do we
I guess
miss?
you got-
there?
Pettis?
Okay, you missed Marcus. You missed Allen Riggins,
Oh, Marshall Falk.
Oh,
Falk,
Oh.
Bettis,
Edgerrin
Bettis?
James. Oh,
Holmes, Taylor, Corey Dillon, Anderson, Edgerrin James, Waters, Dorsett, Johnson, Portis.
Dorsett. Jeez.
Oh.
So Lane was 1, 2, 3, 4.
You know what?
So Lane got another 6. So Lane's got a dozen. Wilson, you were 1, 2, 3. So you got 4. Pratt, you were 1, 2, 3. So you got 4.
That,
So 12
that
to
one is an interesting stat because of the new NFL a little bit. Like there's the goal line running back versus they don't get as much right anymore.
Or funny you say that. Josh Allen with the Bills is killing me every week by not handing that fucking ball off to Singletary.
It's a different league. So
Yeah.
it's like a lot of those are really old running backs.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
All right. So, final category. And I don't know who this plays to in reality. I bet you I didn't know. This isn't saying anything because it's me. I bet you I didn't know half of these guys. But current NHL captains last year.
oh,
Wells?
So Wilson has to start. So let us get her kicked off there, Duster.
Sid.
Correct.
Me? Oh, Kopitar.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, don't want to drop that one.
Ovi.
Correct.
Gio.
Correct.
Jack Eichel.
Correct.
Taves.
Correct.
Oh. Matthews.
Incorrect.
Oh, I got
Drew.
stuck on the team.
Correct.
Who
Ben.
did you say?
Correct, Jeff.
Landy.
That's what I should have said.
Correct.
Stamkos.
Correct.
McDavid.
Correct.
Jara.
Correct.
Nico Koivu.
Correct.
Holy shit. What a brain cramp.
Time.
God. How did I not come up with someone?
Okay, well, Lane, you've already won, but you might as well keep going.
That was a slaughtering.
Yep.
Tavares.
Who? Sorry, Tavares? Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Horvat.
Correct.
Ekman Larson.
Yep.
Oh.
Wheeler.
Correct.
God, I couldn't even think of teams.
I got stuck on 2.
Petrangelo.
Correct.
Oh, this is a fucking beat down.
Couture.
Correct.
They don't count after the fact.
Oh.
Well,
I
they-
stopped on a few of my beatdowns.
I know. This is sick.
Bergeron.
No,
Incorrect.
Oh. Oh,
Sorry.
Jara.
Sorry, I got it.
you dummy.
Okay, so so Wallace had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more. So we had 24. Jeff had 1,
Detroit's
2, 3, 4,
Larkin.
5.
Is he?
Think so.
24 to 9 to 6.
That was actually a
Look it
good question, though, Boomer. I like that.
Yeah, that is a good one.
You guys missed Getzlaff.
Detroit doesn't have one.
You guys missed Getzlaff, Stahl, Foligno, Barkov, which I really thought you guys would get.
Barkov.
Weber, the
Yossi.
no questions asked Norris Trophy winner Roman Yossi, Anders Lee. Those are the guys you missed because the Devils don't have one either. And I can't, what's the other team that doesn't?
Detroit.
Yeah, but there's another one. Is it Columbus? No, not Columbus. Columbus has Foligno.
I don't know.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think there's 3 teams.
Devils.
The
Yeah. Wow.
Devils, yeah.
All
Good
right.
job, Lane.
Thanks, buddy.
My winning streak stops at 1.
Oh, for the last 3. This is at least we didn't call it the name like we usually do.
Yeah, like I've come up with some crazy categories here.
I like those those are good ones. Yeah.
I like actually going back and looking at them because there's some that's pretty good actually. Okay, yeah, perfect, wicked.
I'm actually quite disgusted we did not get Marshall Falk or like
well,
Dude,
when you guys waited forever to say Tomlinson, I'm like, come on, like
It's
well,
hard on the spot.
Yeah.
And Wilson, I think it affects the most. And honestly, like he's had some basketball and football ones that he.
oh, I
Jones.
I don't even know.
And he has said Jeter and Sid Crosby 9 times each.
Jeter?
Oh, I
Sid
think
for
so.
sure. Sid, if it's hockey, I'm going with Sid.
well, yeah, you even said it in the penalty minute leaders of all time. That was right on the left. field.
No.
No, I didn't.
Okay, but did you get like so
He
this
had
is
100 in his
better
first
than
year.
last week because this was a lot better than last week because there was 39 that you guys got right. Last week, between the 2 of you, you guys got 8.
Those were hard categories.
You guys
Last
got 8 total.
Those
Well,
were hard ones.
yeah, they were ugly, but they were funny. Okay, good enough.
Oh, does anyone have a local shout out to finish it off?
Phew.
Or are we just going, well, there's got to be some.
He's not local, but like you said, the
Going
Hunt
back
getting drafted obviously has the
Yeah.
flavor to it, which is cool.
We'll echo the Hunt draft, 65th of the Wild. And playing in Moose Jaw this year, hopefully.
There was one thing that I saw today. What's the Bruins play-by-play guy again? What's his name? Rob.
Mann.
Yeah, Rob Mann. I read this earlier today that he was part of a conference call there with Dr. Shakam or whatever the hell Saskatchewan's chief medical officer is. But they basically
Try anyway.
been told that hockey games are going to resume in Saskatchewan later this month. I guess he didn't point out exactly what leagues, but I think that's pretty big positive. So especially for the Bruins. So
Yeah. Rec hockey we are starting to get back into, thankfully.
You're gonna bring that up?
The touchy subject right now. After a few of the boys hit the cheap seats account for a few digs at the old commish, but we all hammered it out and we got some Kohlers playing some rec hockey this year, and so that'll be good. Be good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was my pleasure trying to whatever I did there. Yeah.
All right, boys. This was a long one. So
thanks, sponsors.
I feel like
Boston
this
Ice
episode
Factory.
took like 10 years off my life. I really do.
Yeah.
it's past curfew right now for
4
all.
years off of everyone else's. So cheers to the Ice Factory.
Ice Factory Tapos.
Tapos. I don't know if we're doing a Woodlawn one, but it's getting cold, boys.
Hey, Thanksgiving supper down there all weekend. By the way,
Really?
stuffing the whole nines. Yeah,
Really?
I might go pick up a plate of that on the way home on Saturday after work. So
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
absolutely,
Hey, there we go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Hopefully everybody gets to enjoy their families and get some good food in them and be as fat as me after. So right on.
Turkey indeed. All right, folks. Thanks.
Good night.
See you later.